Hope you are keeping fine at home. How are you? So, please take your SST book for today's class. I would like to discuss with you about the evolution of communication. And under the evolution of communication, we have seen what is communication. We have seen the different types of communications. We have seen how people communicated in the past. We have seen also the need for writing, how need of writing came to be. Today we will discuss about the evolution of communication and the different means of communication here. And under the evolution of communication, we will see the use of pigeon. Use of pigeon as the early means of communication. We have learned that early humans communicated with each other with signs and symbols by burning fire, sending smokes, and later different signs and symbols and gestures they used. Later they found out that they could use the birds and animals for communication, and in that line they have used the pigeon. So the pigeons were trained to send messages, and what was the how they were using pigeons? In early times, messages were sent through messengers. Messengers traveled far and wide places, which was tiresome. So pigeons were used for sending messages to far off places. Homing pigeons is a type of pigeon they were using. It's very, very friendly, and they were very, very faithful to carry messages to different places. The first time anybody used pigeon for communication were the Persians. Persians were the first one. Note that. Persians were the first one to train and use pigeons for communication. So what were they doing? The messages were written in a piece of paper, rolled it and tied to the pigeon's leg, and they were released to go to the receiver's place. And so they were sitting just close to the receiver, and the receiver could understand that pigeons have brought the message, and so they would take the message, read it and learn it, and also they will write, do the same for the sender of their messages. So this was the means of communication. Pigeons were the means of communication. Second thing, that is the later on in England, pigeons were used often to take the football match and all that. The Mughals in India also used pigeons to communicate. The use of pigeons for delivering messages was popular in 20th century, till 20th century. Over thousands or lakhs of pigeons were used to send the message of peace after the First World War. Next point of our the means of communication was the printing press. Printing press is a machine that was invented by Johannes Gutenberg of Germany. Underline that. Johannes Gutenberg of Germany. He made it, and around 1440, year 1440, this brought a revolution Revolution means a great change, a drastic change in the field of communication. How's that? They started, a number of books were printed and sold to the market, which was not possible earlier. Earlier things were handwritten, which was very few in number, first of all, and so it was very costly. Only the rich people could afford it. Now the books are printed in large number. Books are printed in large number, and so they were sent in large number to the market, and anyone, it was cheaper, so anyone could buy and read the books. This is how the communication system developed. So it helped in communication rather. Next one is the postal system. Printing press was followed by the postal system. Postal system is a system where messages were carried by the messengers to different places, which was written. However, now it developed in 19th century. It developed only in 19th century. Postal system allowed people to send letters or parcels within or outside the country. Okay, through the post offices. There were office built. Number of workers, officers were there. The letter carrier, that is called postman, all were appointed. Next one, another means of communication was telegraph and telephone. Now what is telegraph? Telegraph is the instrument used for sending or receiving messages using the electric signals. Electric signals. It was invented by Samuel F.B. Morse and Sir Charles Wheatstone in 1835. How are they doing? They were using the Morse code. What is Morse code? Morse code is written in dash and dots, and which represented the letters or alphabets. The messages could be delivered quickly due to the telephone line. It was connected to the telephone line, and so it was it was sent through the electric signals. However, the use of telegraph has declined very soon. It did not last long because the telephone came. The telephone is the communication device that enables people to directly talk whenever they want it. Alexander Graham Bell is credited to be the person who developed the telephone in 1876. Note that. So telephone is inexpensive. It's very cheap. In today's time, it is all the more cheap because telephone everybody uses. This is the mobile. After the coming of the mobile. Next one is the fax. Fax is a machine also, which is called facsimile. Okay, so this is another machine which was sent. Hard copy is sent to the receiver. It is used till today in the offices. But then this is replaced nowadays. Now at present, it is replaced by WhatsApp. Just click the photo and send it. Very easy now. It is very, very cheap and easy. With the development of technology, there were improvements in the designs of telephone and televisions, mobile phone and all that came. And today, we can speak to anyone from anywhere using these devices. Next one is the radio and televisions. Both radio and televisions were invented in 20th century and became very easy means of communication. So it was generally used for mass communication. That means a large number of people to be addressed, not a personal. It's a public. It's become big public. they became a great source of entertainment also till today. We are very much using these devices for our entertainment and recreation. It is widely used all over the world. Next one is the computer and the internet. I have written internet system. Internet system is the system where computers are connected. World Wide Web. World Wide Web is the term used. All the computers of the world are interconnected, and once they are linked with the telephone line, then they work for internet. And so the early 1990s saw the emergence of the household of the internet, use of internet. Eventually, all over, whether it is household, the personal or officials, all are using the internet. Today, everyone is using internet. And so it has become very, very cheap means of communication. Especially the social communications are done through these means. All these are possible, dear children, due to the satellites that are there, communication satellites. What are satellites? Satellites are the device that receive the signal from the earth and send the signals to the earth again. And so we have got the communication satellites which helps us in to see the live telecast of different events all over the world. Any place in the world, you can just turn on the internet or computer or televisions, and you see the live telecast because of these satellites. What is the function of the satellites? The modern inventions in the field of communication have made the world very tiny, where connecting with people is no longer difficult. However, excessive advancement of the use of internet and modern communication system has led to the cyber crime. Is the disadvantages of the internet. This is because of the disadvantages of the internet that led to the cyber crime. What is cyber crime? It's a killing. Communicate immediately, and then all those things are there. Theft, killing, robbery, okay, honor killing, and all that is there. Hence, people must learn to use internet in a very proper, wise manner. They should use wisely. That is what it is. And so, dear students, this is what I wanted to tell to you about. I wanted to communicate to you about this lesson. These are the points to be discussed. Now, we will. You can ask if there is any clarification to be made, or any question, any doubts. Please ask during the live class. Also, you can make use of that. Thank you.